Hello Marvel Heroes fans, by very popular request, this is a guide for crafting. It's mainly targeted for the new players, so some of you are new to the game and very new to, wow, what kind of crafting can I do? And I think I'll take a little bit one step forward is to show you the enchanting as well, because I think crafting and enchanting are like going hand in hand together. So I'll talk a little bit about the enchanting as well, and where applicable, I'll talk about some of the vendor items as well. So now, my name is Wilfred Wong, and if you find this kind of guide useful, do check out the link at the description of the video. I've organized all the video guides accordingly, so it's very easy for you to find what you need to know about this game. And another thing is that in this video, I'm not going to list out all the crafting or enchanting kind of like options out there, because there will be a lot of information overload. I'm focusing on what I personally use a lot, and I think I shall leave the rest for discovery kind of like process, because the fun thing about sharing experience and learning is not about downloading of all the information in one shot, but to understand the rationale behind it and to understand how this game is being designed. So after a while, it becomes intuitive, like I should be able to do this, right? And after that, you find out, oh, there's an option to do that. So I would like to at least impart the kind of like knowledge upon you, and so that you too can just enjoy the game, crafting, enchanting as you need. All right. Now there are a couple of things that I often do. When it comes to crafting in this game, it's very rewarding and it's not very hard, because I've played other MMO as well, like World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2, or just many MMO out there. Crafting in other games are often very painful. Like you have to keep farming for something, you have to keep like leveling your crafting. It could be take quite a long time. This game is pretty casual and it's very, very rewarding. So I'll show you a little bit later on some of this crafter in game. So right now I'm going to take you through some of these like crafting activities or enchanting activity that I often use. And then after you get a concept right, I'll do a tour in the game later in just a bit. All right. Now crafting costs money. Credit, I mean, it doesn't cost money in real life, but it costs in-game credit. And in-game credit can only be earned by you. It cannot be transferred. It cannot be purchased. So you have to earn your credit. As a new player, sometimes it could be quite hard. So couple of knowledge here is that you could unlock Mr. Fantastic, because he has a synergy for 5% discount on crafting cost. It all adds up, because 5% may seem very little, but some of this crafting could to take millions of credit in order to get there. So 5% of a million is still quite a fair bit, right? So if you are serious about crafting, I would suggest do check out Mr. Fantastic as a hero. That is a very nice 5% discount on crafting costs. First and foremost, when it comes to crafting, credit is the most important thing. So my most frequently used activity is to exchange for credit chest. You could have multiple duplicated number of unique and to exchange for a credit chest. Doesn't matter what the level of the unique is. You can just like, so long as it's the same kind, 3 of them, 4 of them, or 5 of them, of course, the more you have, the more reward it become. Then it become a credit chest. As of today's game, you have 10 million, which is the credit cap. You cannot go beyond 10 million credit, but what you can do is to store this credit into something called credit chest, and I'll show you in just a bit what it looks like. So I often use a crafter to exchange for the chest, and also as you play this game in level 60 content, if you realize that the grade of the unique that drop at level 60 is grade 63. There are recipes out there, I'll show you how, to actually allow you to upgrade the unique from 63 to 66 to 69. It's no brainer, because it only costs credit, 10,000 credit per pop, or lesser if you have Mr. Fantastic. And so you don't need to require thinking. So long as the unique is better than what you have, you can just upgrade the unique. And I use it a lot during the initial gearing kind of like journey. But as you get better and better gear, it takes longer and longer for you to find the next best gear. So I don't upgrade often towards the tail end of it. But what I will do in the tail end of the gearing is to actually enchant my unique. Enchanting unique give you a couple of things. You can have XP bonus, you can have like more credit, or special item find, or health, or spirit, or DPS in all sorts. but it consumes a rune. So I usually do it for a unique that I find that is quite a good shape, and I'll just like, you know, enchant that unique. But that will happen towards the tail end of my gearing. And there's something called Euroforge. It's one of your slots in your character. Euroforge is a level 25, level 50. So you can also create a rune word from the enchanter to make your heroes more powerful. So for level 25, I always do a Seer Brilliance, because it gives me XP bonus as well as spirit recovery as well, which is very useful at low level. But at high level, I'll change it to better rune words. There's a rune word guides, by the way. You can check those out. And another thing that I do very often for gearing hero is that rerolling of artifact affixes. Now, artifacts drops from anywhere in the game, and sometimes you encounter really good artifacts. Sometimes the event may provide you with opportunity whereby you can open boxes for some really good artifact, or you can exchange currency for a good artifact, and so on. And you know, at some point in time, you may collect some artifact whereby these are very good artifact, but the rolls are really terrible. So what you can do is that you can reset all these like artifact affixes, and you can do it. I usually do it when I first get a hero to 60, because I play a game for a long time. So I have a whole set of artifact, and thank you all for donation as well. You know, I don't really play this game often. I make all these videos, and sometimes my friend do donate artifacts to me. So some of these artifacts you may want to reroll the affixes and make it even more powerful than it is. So I do that too. Very often, of course, you may collect a lot of like cosmic medallion as well as team insignia. You save it for rainy day, not rainy day. I mean, you save it until you gear new heroes. So you could actually upgrade a grade 63 medallion or an insignia to grade 66 as well, make it even more powerful. So that's something that I always do for my heroes. And also what I always do is about transferring the blessing. Now, artifact, there are 4 of them. Each of the artifact you can put a blessing on it, and blessing is done via the enchanter, costs you 100 OD mark per pop. But as someone who has been doing it for quite some time, and also there's always uncertainty lingering in this game, whereby are they going to nerf the Hela blessing, which is one of the best blessing in this game. So what I'll do is that I would transfer blessing from hero to hero, and that costs credit, of course, but that's still worth it. I don't need to sink too much OD mark onto a blessing itself. So that is something that I do. Or for you, maybe you want to purchase a Hela blessing that is from the enchanter. And then for any level 1 hero I've got, you know, whenever I unlock a hero, the very first thing I do is to roll the affixes onto a costume. I'll show you how in just a bit. But what it does is that it makes your costume even more powerful. Make your costume powerful, and there are ways to roll it and re-roll it as well. I'll show you how. But at level 60 or even before 60, depending on whether you want to prestige using the same costume affixes or not, at level 60 you could actually apply something called a costume core to level up all the affixes onto your costume affixes, that you just scale up, or whatever you have, terrible, good roll, bad roll, you just scale up as it is into an even more powerful core and a powerful costume. And yeah, so that is something I will do at level 60. And whenever I unlock a great new hero as well, I would like to purchase a grade 70 legendary. Depending on whether you're very new to a game, or you're new but you have some OD mark kind of balance, because that costs OD mark 300 OD mark. You can exchange for grade 70 legendary. Or if you feel you have a lot OD mark, 1000 OD mark per pop, you can get the grade 80 legendary. Now, do bear in mind that grade 80 legendary costs 1000 OD mark, and you can only refund it for 800 OD mark. So you lose 200 or 20% of your OD mark just by making the wrong decision. All right. So, and the other thing is that I sometimes do a couple of things here. You know, in this game, there are a lot of visual effects, like for instance, the artifact sometimes may make your hero grow in size, or have a fiery kind of thing, have orbs running around you. Whatever they rock your boat, some of these artifacts you can transfer the affixes onto your hero. costume, or you can remove them as well, because I don't really like some of these affixes, some of these effects, so I just remove them. And and also some of you may have multiple pets, but you only have one nice pet with the affixes. You can transfer the affixes as well. Something that I seldom do, but I know some of you like to do also, is to re-roll the unique affixes, especially if those unique are very hard to come by, like the boss unique or those crafted from the raid recipe unique. Then you may want to re-roll that as well. And then you can upgrade the unique. As you level, you may collect unique below grade 63, and you may want to upgrade to 63. But nowadays you don't really need that, because there's something called the High Town Patrol that drop a lot of unique. But for the achievement, you want to do it. And like I mentioned before, you could refund legendary, or for me, I usually unbind a legendary last time when I don't have enough Odin mark and I want to, like, year 1 hero, I play him, and after that I say, well, fine, I have fun, put him back to the shelf and play another heroes and transfer everything across. So you can unbind the legendary. But not only that, you can unbind legendary, unbind artifact, unbind almost everything. There are things that you can't unbind as of today. I think it's Euroforged. And I mean, there are some items that can't be unbind, but by and large, I think everything can be unbinded. And you can actually also upgrade your team insignia, get a +1 to your team insignia. I'll show you how in just a bit. And something that I don't do often, but you may want to do, that you can craft like crossbone unique slot 3. I think those who play the Civil War event, or even right now at the anniversary event, you may collect a lot of parts that you can create a crossbone unique. Could be quite useful for some heroes. But that's not the only unique that you can craft. There are a lot of raid unique as well you can craft. So I'll show you in just a bit. And for some of you who are still trying to set up your pet in terms of rolling some affixes to your pet, you can also reset some of these affixes as and when you like it. Or if you aim for certain affixes, you don't get it, and you can just keep resetting it until you get the one that you want. For those who like the prestige a lot, every couple of costumes that you have collected, you can craft a random costume. I think three costume. I think 3 or 4. 3 costume you can craft one. I'll show you in just a bit. So that's why a lot of people ask me, why don't you do cosmic prestige? Well, the answer is that, well, if I do cosmic prestige, I could have had crafted a lot of costume. Why would I want to do that? So anyway, that's me. And another thing you can do is you can add the challenge point, like +1 fighting, +1 strength, +1 energy, +1 durability, +1 whatever onto your unique as well. And if you don't want to farm for it, like for me, I like to farm for it. Like I go to Cosmic High Town and farm for it. But if you don't want to do that, if you have a boss unique or a raid unique whereby it doesn't come with a challenge point, then you can add a challenge point to it. And there are many more. All right. So now, so that is part 1 of the video. Part 2, I'm going to walk through in the game and show you where are all these vendors and crafters, wonderful NPC are. All right. So this is the in-game demo of where all the crafter and recipe are, and just like just want to show you where things are. All right, so new players. So now when I talk about artifact, I think these are the 4 artifacts out there. So these are artifacts that I'm talking about. This is the medallion core, and the artifact has something called a blessing. You can see the orange text there. You can actually add a blessing to it. I'll show you how. This is called legendary. All right, and the and these are the unique. You can see the grade below. It's a level required 60, grade 69. So this is the highest grade unique. And you see a challenge bonus there, +1 fighting. This is what I talk about, challenge point. And as for costume, you can see that you can hold a shift, the alt key, sorry, shift key, alt key, or alt key. You can see the range as well. And you can see the grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. Those are called costume affixes. And the one below, like plus health regen 25% of whatnot, become invulnerable and this and that. Those are called the costume core. All right. And this is called team insignia. It is yellow in color because there's a cosmic level +1 to all power. So that is also, and also there's an item grade as well. 66 is the highest. All right. And and this is called a pet, and the pet has affixes. So affixes come with different various kind of like range and different kind of like affixes. So depends on what you want in your game and so on. So I usually have 2 pets, one for summoner, one for non-summoner. So now with that knowledge, what it really transpires is that here's the crafter, and you see my current rank right now is max. Now how do you get there? You must donate item to the crafter. It may seem slow, but I would just say that you know, sometimes it's just a journey. So don't get too upset if things doesn't move as fast as you want to. I think this game is already pretty casual compared to many other MMO that I've played, and also compared to initially when I played this game, there was no credit chest or whatever. I have to really pick up item one by one, even the green item to donate. So how do you get the maximum kind of like rank rather fast? Is that you know, as you collect gear like the like cosmic gear and so on, don't just throw it away. You can donate them into this crafter. If you play the event, sometime it may drop some rainbow or drop some like egg or whatnot. Those items that you do not, make sure you do not use those items, right? But some of them are currency, in like event currency. Don't throw them away. Like the Seal of Conflict, I know some of you actually sold that for credit. I feel sorry for you. But yeah, I mean, just check out what are the event items that you should keep as well. But if you are sure things that you do not need, you can donate them into this vendor. Now, I do not recommend donating unique as yet, because I think as you level up to a certain point, you can exchange a unique using one of the crafter. All right, so that is something that you must pay attention. It is the level of crafter. Just pick up everything. Pick up the if you really want to do it fast, pick up the purple. Last time when I played, I pick up everything like green, blue, purple. But I think nowadays there's a lot more loot, but it depends on how much you can handle. So it's like a ferry from I usually do it in Midtown. So I ferry the item from one end to the other end just to keep donating it, and you'll get there before you know it. Trust me, it's actually I actually find it rather fun. Now, so when it comes to costume, you can roll defensive affixes to it, and you know, when you roll this kind of thing, it has a cost to it up to 40,000. If you do not have if you have Mr. Fantastic synergy, you get 5% discount if you enable that synergy. So you can give defensive affixes. What are the defensive affixes? Those are like health, like dodge, like deflect, and so on and so forth. So those are the things that will help your hero survive better. My advice is always to go for the health. You know, yeah, or you can actually go for the offensive affixes. So you keep rolling until you get either the crit damage is very good, it's the best. Crit is also not bad actually. If you get a high roll for crit, sometimes if you're a new player, you may not have a lot of money, so a lot of credit in the game. So if you go for rank 4 and you get like a 80 or 90% crit, don't throw that away. I mean, just because some guys say go for crit damage rating, don't. I mean, talk to me. I'm the most flexible guy. I help you out here. Trust me, I mean, the difference is not a lot. If you have a lot of crit, then you don't need to use a lot of crit gear. You know, sometimes it's just gearing is just options in life. You don't have to follow all the guide religiously on every single affixes. All right. So the two things that you can keep is the crit and also crit damage rating. Crit rating and crit damage rating. Those are the two that you should keep. The rest of it, you have to roll it again. And as for summoner though, I would strongly recommend going for crit. If you're really sure that you are going for summoner, just roll for crit. All right. Because crit is the only stat that share between summoner and the hero. And but once you roll the affixes, you may have something that may not look very good, like maybe my third rank is only 73%. So what you can do is that you can take it off and put it to here to re-roll those affixes. So what it does is that it re-roll the number but keep your affix. So if you have already achieved the crit damage rating but the crit damage rating is very low, you could use this opportunity to keep re-rolling until you get a decent one. Alright, so that's one that I talk about. Another one is a costume core. You can actually apply costume core, like, you know, like put a core there and put a costume here, and then bam, you can create a new you can apply the core to the costume. All right, so that is something that I would recommend you to do. And there are other things as well. I'm not going to go through all these things, but I think these are the one that you should just, you know, just take a look at that. And this is the one I'm talking about with 3 costume. Any costume you can craft a random one. So that is the reason why I don't do cosmic prestige. Right. And for the gear wise, I mean, there are a couple of things you need to pay attention to. The first thing is that you could actually upgrade the insignia with the +1 to all power, but make sure you do it to a insignia that is good. Like for instance, this one is pretty decent for my Dr. Doom, because my Dr. Doom is area damage, and the so this is something that you should pay attention to. which one to have the +1 because it calls something called dupe rune. If you're a new player, you may not have a lot of this one. You can buy gear like I mentioned, and this is the one I talk about. You can upgrade the gear from grade 63 to 66 and to 69. So these are the one. It costs credit only, so it's no brainer. Just upgrade them, and you can upgrade the insignia as well. Upgrade the medallion like I mentioned, and these are the one that reset your pet stat. So if you don't like certain stat of the pet, you can reset them. And you can transfer the affixes as well, or you can add challenge point to your unique like I mentioned before. All right, and there are something that here I use a lot, like this one is to craft a crossbone unique, which I don't really do it often, by the way. You could refund your legendary, but it's sort of like, you know, just remember that grade 80 legendary, you take a 20% cut. They take a 20% cut on that, so you know, just bear that in mind before you do it. Or you can just unbind it. So what I do is unbind it, use it for another heroes, and you can unbind like artifact or relics, or you know, this one I use it a lot, which is to reroll the artifact. Transfer blessing. So you've got one artifact, you may say, I've got another better one. So what should I do? I should transfer it from one to the other. You know, yeah. So yeah, you can do that, and so on and so forth. So even medallion can be unbind. So now when I talk about the credit chest, this is what I'm talking about. So if you get 5 unique of the same kind, you get like 500,000 credit chests, and you can end up with quite a fair bit. Like for instance, I've got like let me show you. I've got quite a fair bit. I've got like, you know, this one is already 100 million, so I have 400 million here plus however much is here. Now, but remember to, you know, don't sell that at one off, because I've seen people who donate the whole stack of like, you know, 100 million into the crafter and cry because they only have 10 million. There's a cap. So how you separate the set is hold the shift key, drag and drop the item. So I always make sure that I do it like, you know, I sell one at a time. So I discipline myself. I don't do like, you know, a lot of credit checks in. I separate them one by one. All right. And then I sell them. I don't donate. You can actually sell it off. You can buy it back. So for example, you can sell it off, right? But if you say, oh, I make a mistake because you can actually buy it back here, right? So that's no big deal, all right? So you always sell it off, but don't donate it off, because once after you donate, it's gone, all right? So that is, yeah, like a pro, all right? So there are many other things as well, and so I'm not going to go through too much of things here. I think I spent quite a lot of time. This is the place where you buy the grade 70 legendary. A lot of people ask, like, where do you buy legendary? Yeah, I mean, grade 70 is here, and the enchanter is here. So you have to rank up your enchanter as well. So, but as you get the crafter up to max or near max, you can exchange the credit chest, and you can level up very fast for the rest of the vendor, as well as the weapon and the gear vendor as well. So now you have many rune word. Check out my rune word guide. Not every rune word can be learned from the enchanter. Some you have to get the recipe either by farming it or exchange it using runes, or just, you know, just require in-game currency, some event currency. So do check out my guide on the rune word. There are many things that like this one, sheer brilliance, is the one that I always ask people. When you're leveling your heroes, make sure you have one of this, because you have a lot of like XP bonus. Also recover spirit as well, so that is really good. And when it comes to enchant, this is the one that you see 2, 3, 4 is the one that you can enchant on slot 2, 3, 4. So it's the one that you can put, like, if you want to. If you are still farming your Omega points, and last time when I was farming Omega point, I always add like XP onto my 2, 3, and 4. All right. So, and after that you have other stuff like this is the mental damage and whatnot. So it's for 1 and 5. These are Roman characters, or numeric character, Roman numeric character for this slot 1 and slot 5. All right, so do it. And the last one is a blessing. You can right now, as of today, don't need to worry about anything. Before, all these blessings are just useless. The only thing that's useful is a healer, but it costs 100 OD mark. You cannot refund it. So after a while, I actually transfer. I don't need to really keep that many healer. I'm not that I don't need to play all the heroes all the time, and if I do, I just transfer blessing. All right, so that is on the blessing side. And now the more exciting for the end game, of course, is to be able to craft like to upgrade your gear and so on. So here it's called raid token vendor. So it depends on how many credit you can find the currency here. As you do raid, as you do like share quests, as you do other activities, you earn something called commendation. Now, with the commendation, you can buy all these things. So you can upgrade your slot 1, upgrade your slot upgrade 1, meaning the upgrade from grade 63 to 66, and then upgrade 66 to 69. Now, I'm not going to repeat too much on that, but by and large, what it does is it doesn't re-roll your unique gear, but it will scale up your unique affixes. And for those with the percentage base, it will not touch it, meaning that and none of this recipe upgrade will change the percentage, like summon ally damage percentage. And if it's a +1 to a single power, they will always add another +1 if you upgrade from 63 to 66, and another +1 to 69. But if it is +1 to all power or +1 to the entire tree, they only add another extra +1 from when you upgrade from 66 to 69. All right, so you will get it once you start using it. I know it sounds quite tedious, but I'm very sure you guys are very smart. I mean, I'm so impressed by a lot of you who talk to me and so like motivated to get your heroes to really top notch. I mean, you know me, I just play this game for fun, but I know a lot of you guys are very serious and very smart about it as well. Now, this is the one that I talk about, the challenge bonus. You can add a particular challenge bonus, like, if you want a +1 fighting, of course, one of the best kind of like challenge bonus as of today. You can actually get a fighting kind of like bonus. You can add a specific one, or you can do a random one as well. But why do you want a random? Because in order to add an affix onto your unique, it calls something called the commendation. The specific commendation, specific challenge bonus costs commendation like 25. But no, if it's a random one, then it's cheaper. All right. So you compare to this one, a specific one. Sorry, specific one, you have to cost a lot more. So yeah, so this is the one that you have to bear in mind. I repeat, if you want a very specific challenge bonus like a +1 fighting or +1 durability, if you want to do harder content, you have to pay 100 hero commendation. Or you say, well, let me roll the dice and see what happens. You can do the hero commendation here, which is a random affixes. It costs lesser, but I don't think it really warranted, because what if 4 times after that you still can't get what you want, then you already pay more than what you should. All right, so don't gamble. Gambling is bad. And beside that, you can actually get a lot of like raid. This is the suture raid items. You can actually craft all these things. If you cannot farm those in the raid for whatever reason, like I don't want to play raid, it's fine too. This game is again very casual. It respects all kind of player who may not like to group with others as well in raid or don't have time for it. You can actually buy all this recipe, and after that you can buy the ingot using the hero commendation as well to craft these items. The only thing that requires a little bit more recipe is the Fragment of Twilight, arguably the best in slot for slot 1, I think nearly for all heroes, I would say. I don't know. I don't do that. Like I say, I'm a very casual and regular dude, but I know a lot of you are very, very passionate over your heroes and want the best for your heroes. So Fragment of Twilight is something that you could craft as well. And what you do is that you can craft this one, but you need something called Suture Rune. The good thing is that you can exchange your hero's commendation with to Suture Rune so as to craft your Fragment of Twilight, so that you could upgrade your Fragment of Twilight from 63 to 66 to 69, and then reroll affixes to the maximum, and then add the challenge point bonus to it. Good luck. All right. So now, so that is the part about the all the raid kind of crafting and so on. So the next thing I would like to talk you through is you can head over to Hammer Bay. Again, it's from the story. If you play story mode, Xavier School, there's a the beast there will take you to Janusha, and after that you can come to this place called the Hammer Bay. All right. So Hammer Bay is a buff for a new player. Another public service announcement is that you make sure you get a buff here. This buff will enable you to collect the if this buff is enabled to connect the Janusha influence. Is more like reputation system in other MMO that you may be familiar with. And also you can do all these quests here. This is called GLF quest. There's a daily quest, there's a weekly quest that reward commendation as well as influence point. Now why do you want to work so hard for it? It's because of something called GLF Quartermaster. Now Quartermaster here, you have many ranks to it. It started with I think started with something that I don't know you, after to something that okay I know you but I'm not that friendly with you, to something that man you are my best friend. So that's legend. And so why do you want to play so hard for it? Now there are things like you can upgrade your medallion, upgrade your insignia, so you must buy those recipes here. Now of course you can also get your grade 80 legendary. A lot of people ask me, where do you get grade 80 legendary? You can get it from here, provided that you are really good friend with Madison Jeffries. All right, so if he likes you, he'll sell you this. And after that, you could also get a refund recipe as well. So in the event where I say, oops, oh no, I bought like what do you buy? I bought a Gunil. What can I do? It's one of the worst. Well, tough luck. You need to refund it for 800. Odimat, something like that. Yeah, it's a joke. Well, it's not really a joke. And after that, you have other things like all these things are also Ray kind of like unique recipe. So same as the one in Sutul Ray, you can have something called all these Ray items as well that cause you commendation. And after you get this, what do? You need to buy the material to craft this item. So you need commendation to buy the recipe. You need the scrap using the commendation to buy the scrap so as to craft the unique. After that, you need to upgrade unique from 63 to 66 to grade 69. After that, you need to reroll all the affixes so that it will be awesome. After that, you need to add +1 fighting or +1 durability or whatnot to the unique to make it even more awesome. All right, good luck. And then after that, you can also reroll the upgrade them. You can actually reroll. Okay, here is something quite interesting. You can upgrade your medallion. If you collect some cosmic medallion, I believe when you are leveling, and if it is pretty decent, the roll is very nice, you can actually upgrade that to a grade 60. All right, so that is to grade 63. Sorry, yeah. And then the last thing, of course, if you do craft a red onslaught medallion and say, oops, the roll sucks, what can I do? Well, don't worry, Guardian always get covered. So I think, as you can see, what you can get so far from what I'm showing you, all these things, right? I know it's a lot of information here, but I hope it seems to you that you probably have a conclusion right now that, whatever I think of Guardian already get it for me, right? So it's good news because you think, can I unbind this? I don't play Doctor Doom anymore nowadays. I like to play Squirrel Girl. So yeah, I mean, you could play the most awesome heroes in this game, Squirrel Girl and Luke Cage. So you can transfer blessing and legendary to him or her, right? So whatever you can think of, you can say, yeah, I mean, I can do it. So last but not the least, just a couple more things here. All these are event vendor. A lot of people ask me where to get this and that and this and that and this and that. So here's a legendary as well, by the way. And you can get this the rune word recipe as well. And this is the upgrade of the cosmic insignia. So if you want to upgrade your insignia like me to +1 kind of like to all power, you can just get it from here. All right, so there's a lot of awesome stuff here. Just explore the game. There are many things, and I can assure you that they will keep adding new recipe as and when we ask them to. Like for instance, I'm still waiting for them to be able to either unbind my Euroforge or transfer my rune words and so on. But I can always hope, right? I mean, so thank you very much for watching, and good luck in this journey of Marvel Heroes. I think it's a great game. There's a lot of very casual kind of crafting. I hope it's not like too draggy as well. And do drop me in the comment box below if you have any other questions. I'm more than happy to help you out here. Goodbye. My name is Wilfred, and thank you for watching.